What's up? It is a beautiful day outside, as you can see, but it's also a beautiful day for me to tell you how we added 5K in MRR to our SaaS in just 3 weeks. And this is going to be a no fluff video. I'm going to show you literally step by step exactly what we did, what the service is, and how you can do it too. So with that being said, let's just jump straight into my computer so I can show you step by step how we added 5K, 5.2K actually in MRR in just a few weeks to our SaaS. So let's break it down. So first things first is we start with proof. There you go, 4.5K MRR in euros, which is around 5.2K MRR in dollars. Now, I know that the title of this video said 62K. Well, that's assuming that these people stay on for a full year. So 5.2K times 12, it is 62.4K. So there you go, that's the math. That's the clickbait there. Now, how did we add all this revenue? So first things first, I want to break down something to you real quick, which is the different ways in which you can make money with your SaaS, right? There's 3 ways, right? You can do your classic SaaS packages. So any SaaS you go, for example, our own SaaS, right? You go to pricing, right? There's the classic packages. So let's call them the legacy classic packages, legacy SaaS packages, right? That's the very first one, and the most common one, if you're building a SaaS, right? The second way is through packaging info plus SaaS access. Now, I won't dive deep into this. This is what ClickFunnels do. This is what other SaaS marketing type tailored SaaSes do. I'll do a video later on this, so don't worry too much about this. But the third one is how we did this, how we added almost 70K in ARR in 23 days. And it is by providing them with a done-for-you offer. Now, I know all you SaaS owners are thinking, yeah, but I want a SaaS, I don't want to be an agency. 100%. You don't want to become an agency. There's a fine line between being a SaaS owner, which is super hands-off, right? You give people the product for them to use, right? And between becoming an agency. That being said, what we were noticing is that we serve 3 ICPs, 3 ideal customer profiles, right? Here is the solopreneur, the entrepreneur, trying to make some money online, okay? Here's the classic business owner, right? Trying to give more sales, drive more sales to their business, and the agency owner, right? Agency owners are perfect because they know how to use the SaaS. They know what it takes. They know the struggles, okay? So it's perfect. This is the best guys we have. The churn is very low, okay? Then we have business owners, which, they know what to do, but oftentimes they lack the time, okay? And let's cover this right now. And so because they lack the time, what I thought, okay, what if we had a done-for-you service where we'll use the software for you? And so we starting around 2K a month for it. So we basically have them buy this, right? Or basically it's included in the price, right? But they buy this, they get access to the software, right? And then we use the software for them to get them results. And that's exactly what we did here. All this money right here, that came in just 22 days, so March 2nd to March 23rd, just even 20 days, right? All these 5K in MRR, 5.2K in MRR, which hopefully they'll stay on at least for 6 months. So if it's not 62K, it's half of it, 30K in just 20 days. It's insane, right? All these people came from this service because, again, they are business owners. They know it's important to use our software for driving more sales to their business. Again, my goal is not to sell you my SaaS. If you're watching these, most likely you won't even buy my SaaS. I just wanted to give you some context, okay? But again, the business owners, we noticed, or I noticed, I guess, they were struggling, right? They know they needed to use a software like ours to get them results, right? They know, but they just don't have the time. And it's way smarter for them to just, okay, hey, listen, we'll pay you, you use the software for us and deliver the results. Now, one of the reasons why this was so successful in just a few days, again, we'll grow this. It's going to be much, much higher, right? It's going to grow to 6 figures. One of the reasons why it's doing so well is because it's a killer offer. It's an irrefusable offer, right? If you read through this right here, the very first line is, we guarantee a 25% increase in traffic in 90 days, or it's free, or you don't pay. Right? You don't pay, literally. I think I'm missing this right here, and I'll need to add it right here. But it's an insane guarantee, right? Who wouldn't want this, right? You pay us 2K a month, and we guarantee, literally, you guarantee a 25% increase in traffic over 90 days, or you don't pay, right? It's insane. That's why it works so well. And going back here to this, right? Yes, we make a lot of money with this, and the majority of your money should come from the legacy SaaS packages. We'll talk about this later on. And there's many more, but we'll talk about this later on. But then, a done-for-you offer, the only reason we created it was because, again, we were seeing people buying the legacy packages, but they were churning because some of them didn't have time, some of them had the time, but they didn't really know what to do. And so we felt like, okay, don't worry. Just have it, right? Let us use the software for you and deliver the results you want to achieve. And so if you own a SaaS right now, I urge you to go out and create a done-for-you offer. Create a package that's expensive, right? That basically promises people the outcome they'd have by buying one of your packages. So whatever is the pain point that your SaaS solves, because if you're selling a SaaS, it should be solving a pain point, right? Sell a done-for-you service where you'll solve the pain point for them and charge accordingly, right? Because this is you're charging it for your time. And so this is what we did. We're diversifying our user acquisition strategies, because a person who goes for the done for you might not always be a person that went to the legacy packages and it's changing. Some of them are, some of them go from here to here, right? But some of them are just new people. And by the way, some nuance here, right? Because your whole goal is to grow the SaaS, the software as a service business, not to grow the done for you service. So make sure you're not becoming an agency. And the way you do this is by doing this. So you are offering this as a service, right? But this is indirectly growing your MRR for the software itself. So in this pricing right here, right, they're still subscribed to the plan. So they're still adding to your MRR of the classical SaaS, right? They just pay this on top. So again, they're still subscribed to your SaaS. So this is still increasing your MRR as time goes. But on top of that, right, you're charging them $2K on top of that for you to manage the SaaS for them. So you're not becoming an agency, right? They are still paying for the SaaS. They're still paying, they still can use it, but you're just charging something on top, right? And this, like some people, if I didn't say this, some people might have been deterred from doing it because they don't want to build an agency, and maybe when you go out and sell your SaaS, the buyer might say, yeah, but this is just an agency, right? You don't want to become an agency, right? So again, in this pricing, right, you still want them to have access to the software, right? And they're paying you every single month, right? You're building up the classical MRR, right? You're just charging them on top to have you go into their account and manage it for them. So it's not really an agency, right? It's a done-for-you service where, again, you're still stacking MRR. You're just charging a premium on that MRR because you're managing the accounts for them. Hopefully this made sense. And so that's, again, exactly what we did. Here's proof. By the way, I can go into Stripe to refresh it. I don't feel like really doing it right now because, I mean, why would I lie about this stuff? And yeah, that's it. That's what I'll do if you have a SaaS right now. Try and implement a done-for-you service that solves the main pain point that your SaaS offering is offering. And you too can make a lot of money like this. And so yeah, that's it. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I'll leave a link in the description. I can help you out growing your SaaS, implementing all this stuff, sharing with you my email sequences, my marketing strategies, my hiring strategies, basically going over your business and working with you as if I was your like CMO or CEO or co-founder to improving your SaaS and making you more money, because that's what I do on a daily basis. I wake up and I think, okay, how can I make more money with my SaaS? And so I transfer that knowledge, I guess, into your brain and help you actually implement strategies that will grow your SaaS business more and more. So yeah, that's it. Check the links and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.